Ready.
Okay, hello everybody. This is Chris from the Steward Buzz, along with
Kaylee. Hey everybody, this is Kaylee from Psychic and the Genie. I'll
yeah,
be
right,
normal.
no,
Fine.
Steward Buzz.
Stuart Buzz, Psychic and the Genie. Same thing.
It's not the same thing.
Okay, what's the difference?
The Steward Buzz is the Steward Buzz. Psychic and the Genie is 2 doors down.
On the front door it says Psychic and the Genie.
That's when we do our readings, dumbass.
Okay, smartass.
Welcome to the Steward Buzz. We are here to talk about a topic today. Speaking of Psychic and the Genie, is well, let's talk about the scamming psychics, the frauds, the profilers, the people who take advantage of you. Let's talk about curses. Let's talk about things that only they can heal. So I did a TV show based on scamming psychics, and it was this lady telling me that she it came out to about like $600 or $700, and she said to me that she would need to purchase a candle for $300. So, like, I don't know what kind of candle that you guys get, but I mean, you can pick up a candle in the dollar store. But anyway, there's this $300 candle, and then there were all sorts of things I had to buy. I went in there in the premise, undercover, by the way, and I had, cameras on me and stuff
Did you
like
really
that.
have to pay for that?
I paid for the reading.
You did?
No, I didn't pay for. No.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting to that.
Oh,
It's impatient. So anyway, so I told her, I called from a friend's phone number. So I went in the premise of me having a different name. And then I told her that my wife left me. And I told her that my dog went missing. And I must have a curse on me. And she said, you absolutely do. She said that. I said, so what do I do? And this is like all
so
on
she
video.
fed into your delusion.
So this is all on video. So it's all on video. It's all proof that, it's really true. So she's then continued to tell me that it would cost me $700 or $800 to get the ball rolling to lift this curse from me and to get my wife back and for my dog. So then I said, so you're telling me for this $700, I'll get my wife back, I'll get my dog back, everything will be okay. And she's like, oh no, that's just the beginning. I said, well, how much is it going to cost me? And she went, like, so, and that is the absolute God's truth. I'll show you the video when we're done.
I saw it.
Oh, you did see
Yeah,
that?
you showed it to me already.
And there was some teas that she had to like drink or something. Apparently, I don't know. Maybe she had gas or something. But she then told me that I said, could it cost $1,000? And she was like, I don't know. It all depends. So, but she was playing on that. Like I told her at the end of the reading that, okay, I believe you. I trust you. I'm going to go to the ATM machine. I'll come back with the money. She said, okay, fantastic. That is the last time I saw her, by the way. But she told me, so I used somebody else's name and their telephone number. And what she told me is that I owned a construction business, which this person's number owned a construction business.
So she looked up the number.
She must have. And then she continued to call me the other person's name. And she told me that my dog was missing, but my dog seems to still be alive. Well, Jasper was alive. in the house, and
Not missing.
Jeannie was not missing either. So that was good. And so there are people right here in Stewart. So then everybody says to me, so when the producer was filming the TV show with me, they said to me, they said this to me. This is what makes you legit. I said, I don't know. I don't know if I am legit. I don't know what I'm doing, but I sure as hell don't believe in curses. I don't believe in ripping people off. I don't believe in profiling people. And we are under strict orders not to take people's last names and stuff. And we are strict orders not to ask questions or to have them ask us questions. And so the thing is like we have somebody like around the corner over there, where I believe it's a mother-daughter place. I'm not going to say the name of it, of course. No, it wouldn't be fair. But it's not fair that they rip people off. I have people coming into our store here stating that they paid them $3,000 to lift a curse. And
For real?
yeah, it's true. Only they can lift the curse. Like, you can't, I can't, they can't. Only the people in that store can lift the curse. Now, I'm telling you right
It makes
now.
me cringe.
Me too. I'm telling you right now, they're fake.
It makes me so mad.
Anybody that asks you for money after the reading in order to lift a curse or something, just get up and walk out and say you're a phony. And then come to me so I can call those people out, because I will. And for free. I will call them out just because I think they deserve it, to be honest with
I'd
you.
love to know.
I think they're a bunch of phonies and frauds. You'd love to know what.
Like, why?
Because they want the money. So anyway, well, no, there's other things. So my again, back to why do I think I'm legitimate? And I do not think they are. I didn't say I was legitimate. Everybody that I read, the books that I'm published in, the shows that I did, I tell everybody I have no idea what I'm doing. I also state that, I'm not the best, I'm not the worst, but I really don't know what I'm doing. Do you know what you're doing when you read? Or does it just come to you?
The
So,
lady that I just read just asked me, she said, how do you know all that? I said, I have no idea.
right, and that's what I do. I don't pretend to be this woo-woo type of thing. I knew people that, number one, if the person changes their name, as like my name's Chris, right? But if I call myself Maharaja or Sir Lancelot as a psychic, and you call yourself Madam
Huzzah.
whatever, why are you hiding against a fake name? So that is another red flag. If you're going to go to somebody like that, and they're not going to just use their names, just be regular people. And another thing is, if you go to just for instance, Casadega. Everyone knows Casadega, right? Yeah. So you go to Casadega. These people in the hotel are dressed the part. It's like every day they come in and they'll dress the part of a psychic. Okay, how do you dress the part of a psychic? So you wear these shawls and kind of weird stuff, almost like what Kaylee's wearing now. No, I'm just kidding. No, but
This is a shawl. I would say this is a button-up.
but you know what I'm talking
I know
about.
what you're talking about.
So these people
Dress the part.
dress the part, they talk the part, and they
Like you would see out of a movie.
right. And honestly, come
Because
on,
that's what
guys.
people, people go for entertainment. Some people are going like they think it's entertainment. And that's what I mean, technically, I feel like that's what fake sites do, right? It's like,
We tell people here that we do not accept entertainment readings. We don't do entertainment readings. We're here to help you. If you don't need help, don't come to us. And I'm telling you right out, right now, if you don't need help, don't come to us. I mean, honestly, if you're not in a bind, or if there's no desire to know anything, and you're just coming for shits and giggles, go to a psychic somewhere else. I want to help people. You may not agree with that, but that's the way I feel. That's what I want to do. I want to help you. I want to help you move forward. We care. And there are so many people that are doing the readings just to do them. Now, I can't tell you how many times I wrote on somebody's paper. Just today, there was a lady in front of me. Clearly, she can afford it and everything, but she wanted somebody to talk to. I talked to her, but I also wrote on the piece of paper, until you get this lawsuit settled, you never have to pay for their reading again with me. They're all free until it's settled. And she said, wow, why would you do that? I said, because we're here to help people. And there was a girl who was about to be homeless, and I told her, you have free readings. She goes, why would you do that? I said, why would I charge somebody that doesn't have enough money to live somewhere? It's not right to do. So there's a lot of fake stuff. And in this time where people are curious about their future path and curious about what the world's going to be, because it's a difficult time to grow up now, especially, from 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, all the way up to Kaylee's age. What are you, like 19 now? Okay, same thing.
19 plus 10.
Yeah. So it's a difficult time. I would never want to grow up in a time like this. Seriously, it is it is a confusing time. I mean,
There's so much.
I mean, at ages 6 and 7, kids are asking for sex changes and stuff like that. That just doesn't make sense to me. That should be outlawed, and I believe at 18 or 21, you should make that decision. What I just heard, by the way, and it's a little bit off topic, but now Florida is looking to decrease the age of carrying a gun to 18. So that you can carry a lethal weapon at 18, but you can't drink it till you're 21. And you can go to war at 18, but you can't have a beer at 21. I don't get it. You shouldn't own a gun until you're 21.
Just sounds to me like they know stuff is coming up, and like they're just like making all these laws based upon they know something's gonna be happening soon.
Have you come across a fake psychic? Tell me about it.
Well, I had one friend that actually messaged me about a fake psychic, and she messaged me and she said, there was this lady that messaged me and she said that I was going through a lot with my relationships, and just messaged her out of the blue. And I was just like,
how did she get her
should
number?
I pay? She found her on Instagram. I said, absolutely not. I said, don't waste your money doing that. And like, she's like, oh, why not? Like, they're going to give me like a 30-second. I'm like, why are you even asking me that? Absolutely not. Like, it's fake. Like, so what people do is they'll message you and they'll say all this stuff is wrong and this and that, like based upon just like looking at your profile and reading like just all sorts of stuff, right? And they'll say like, you have a problem in your relationship. Well, yeah, everybody has a problem with a relationship.
Or another.
Yeah.
No,
and then they'll start by asking questions and things like that, and they'll go into the feelings behind it. Like, everybody knows what it's like to feel like in a relationship that's, you know what I mean?
Right, I do. And I also know that everybody goes through a relationship where like their significant other doesn't want to do tattoos for people. I mean, it just goes that way. It's kind of creepy. What happened? Did something happen?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So anyway, I have been through a lot of scammers. I used to know a lady who used to do readings on the island, and she would stand in front of a whole group of people with a list of about 20 names. 20 names. And she said that when she fell asleep, these people came to her. So she would stand on stage. There would be about 20 people in the audience. And she said, is there anybody connected to a John? No John. Is there anybody connected to a Joe? How about a Barbara? All these people came to me in my sleep. So yeah,
So many people's name with the name Joe.
Like seriously. Oh yeah, Joe. Like it's like the lady that's on TV that does these animal readings, right? And the lady's there, and she said because her Bichon passed away, and I am a dog lover by all stretches. I mean, I just love dogs, and so she said in this English accent, "Oh, yeah, the dog says he loves the bone that you gave him." I'm like, did you just say that? What effing dog doesn't like his bone given to him? I mean, seriously, it's so vague. Be careful of the people that ask for more money. Be careful of somebody that actually charges you $150 to $200 for a reading. There are people down south, I know, that charge $200 for a 30-minute reading. Seriously, and they call themselves world renowned. Yes, those people down there, I'm calling you out. You got the balls to come here and sit right here and tell me why you would charge that kind of money when you're actually supposed to be helping people? If you were given a true gift? Is it because you're special? No, you're not special. You're not special. To charge $200 for 30-minute reading and that you're world renowned. Who made you world renowned? You? Did you say it? Because I'm not world renowned, and I probably do more readings than you do. So I'm sorry. If this applies to you, my number is 772-678-6170, and we can have an amazing debate right here as to why you're God, or you think you are. Or maybe you're just trying to rob people. I'm just putting it out there. I mean, because
I'd like to watch.
I honestly have no intention of ever raising my price from what it is right now because it can pay my child support. Did I say that out loud? You didn't even know what I said. You're just busy waving to people outside because you're like Miss
Child
Social.
support.
You don't even know. So you personally have been scammed, yes or no?
Oh yes.
Oh, I want to hear about that. I do. I want to hear, like you, Kaylee.
Yeah. So there was a schooling in which I had.
Forgot about this.
No, you didn't, because you.
No, I know, but I didn't put two and two together right now.
So there was a schooling that I went to, and this was kind of when I was kind of, I guess you would say, like, I don't know, my spirituality was growing. Like, I was starting to recognize things I wasn't recognizing before and things like that. Like, things were just starting to click for me. And so I was always wanting to, like, grow and grow at a rapid pace because for me,
I got the same height as an elementary school. I'm sorry. No, that's not the mute button. This is the mute button right here.
That's not exactly. And so, so I had signed up for this accelerator, right? And it was like an acceleration course.
An acceleration course. So in school, acceleration means that you're in the upper class.
Right. So it was like a rapid ascension program almost. And it had to do with like quantum healing, things like that, which I do believe in.
Yeah, that's good.
I do. But I believe that you have to charge $10,000 for a 9-month program for quanta, like a
Now, if
practitioner
anybody
school.
was ever near around you, they would have actually told you not to do that. But I'm not sure if there was anybody around to tell you.
There wasn't anybody around me at the time. And I mean,
10,000.
yeah. And so when I got halfway through is kind of when I started working for Chris, and like he was just like, absolutely not. And like there was a part of me that was like always questioning, like, that's a lot of money. You know what I mean? Like that's a lot of money to really be giving somebody when really it's just
When you have no
you're doing
idea
the
who the
work.
hell they are.
They're just facilitating you going into like a deep meditation to connect with the quantum. And like there was a lot that I did learn there, and I'm not gonna lie when I say that the meditations and things that really did help it helped me grow. But that this should not have been $10,000. Like why is somebody charging?
I'm sorry, how did it help you grow? Because after you took that course, did you continue to grow?
Well, I was really up here a lot. So like I
Oh
was
yeah,
very
you were
like
way up there.
I was like way up here. So
Way up there.
so I was kind of like, I don't know, like I was just kind of like always in that like I was meditating for like there were times where I was
When
meditating
she
4
was
to 5
walking,
hours a day. Like I was not grounded whatsoever. So I was constantly like just like sick of this earth. Like I didn't want to like be here, and like it just didn't feel right. I was just wanted to be somewhere else, and like that's just what it felt like. It didn't feel like I belonged here anymore. And it really brought me to a down point. So I came from up here and then I hit the ground.
boom.
Literally. And that's when it really kind of and when I came down to ground, it brought me to a really, really
Dark.
dark place. And so I may have been up here, and then I kind of hit the ground, and now I'm coming to like this balancing point where like this very much like medium point, which I
No
do
pun
feel,
intended, by the way.
but I do feel like this was necessary for me to be where I'm at today, and that's how I
Expensive
have to.
lesson.
It's an expensive lesson, but I did stop paying. And that's just kind of
How'd
where
that
it was
work for
at.
you? Did that ever work out for you? That you like, because they continued for a little while until you had to pay.
Well, no, they let me keep the outline and everything like that. I still am able to go watch videos and things like that, but it was kind of like, they were kind of upset, that like I wasn't.
No shit, if they lost that kind of
Yeah,
money,
yeah, and I wasn't able to like, get any of that back because I reached out to the bank and I had signed something, and they ended up taking the money back out, and then it was all messed up. And that's just not how it should be.
And
If you're trying to help people and, make this world like love and light and things like that, you wouldn't be charging $10,000. If you're, and they did a call with me when I first entered, and they were like, "Are you sure like you can afford this?" But I was like really young at the time, so I was like, "Yeah, like I can do it."
Yeah, no problem.
And it was just like, okay, well then great, you know.
So, but you know what's crazy is, I didn't have anybody do that to me, but I had mentioned to Kaylee that this is just not a good idea, and she's so she was kind of let me bring in my angels. Let me do all, And then, it's funny because I had a reading in North Carolina at one point, and it was a 15-minute reading, and I just wanted to see if somebody can read me. So it was a 15-minute reading, and for 10 minutes, the lady literally sat like this for 10 minutes. And here I am like this.
That happened to me too.
Jeannie's standing over to the side over there, and I'm like looking at, like, am I on candid camera right now? In a 5-minute reading, she told me absolutely nothing. I mean, she really didn't. She said, "Okay, you're, bold."
You know what my favorite is I remember the one time that one lady said that she was a medium. Do you remember that? That one lady said she was a medium, so you had her come in here and you had her read me. And she goes, she goes, "I see you as a tree."
I do remember that. I do remember that. A tree. Okay,
And I
so
see
how's this
your
going to help me
roots.
move forward?
I see you having roots going into the ground.
So was my father of think of poison ivy? I mean, seriously, this is the things that we have to deal with. Now, I will tell you, I did have a girl in here today that we do help out, and she did good. She has potential to do it, but she has to also learn that she's going to fail a few times. And there's times that Kaylee will come to me and say, I'm not sure if I did good today. But like today, she came to me and she said, I had a good day. I'm like, what do you mean, the amount of readings? She goes, no, just they were really good. The lady was like, so when we say it's a good day, it means that there was such connection and such caring and such closure that it makes us feel like,
We did something like
and that
beneficial for
it
somebody's
sort of
life.
makes us understand what we
Right.
do. Because honestly,
Like being able to bring closure to a lady whose husband passed away 2 months ago and like be able to kind of see her in the situation she's at now and like the decision that she has to make and then helping her make that decision, connecting to her husband that just passed away and like she's like, it's like how do you know that? It's like I don't know, but it's like it's great that that happens because it's like closure for that person, and it's confirmation of what they want to do moving forward. And I
I
think it's just a beautiful thing, that means more than money all around.
right. I knew somebody, or I know somebody, that changes her name for her psychic readings. And then she says she's a professor. So I was kind of curious. Wow, professor, that's pretty freaking cool. I ended up realizing she's a teacher and professor on the computer to cartoons, like their cartoons. It's a virtual reality thing. Like it's a little weird. I don't know what it is. Apparently, she has to change her name. I guess it's a spiritual thing. Well, my name is Chris. I am also spiritual. Yes, we have a Christian-based metaphysical store. And my name's always going to be Chris. And you're going to be Kaylee. Your last name may change, but you're always going to be Kaylee. The people that are around the corner, the mother-daughter place, don't know the name of them. But they tell people that they have curses. There's a person down south that says they're world renowned and do all these like fancy things and charge a ton of money. If any of you have the balls to want to call me and come onto the podcast and explain why you do stuff like that, I'm more than willing to listen. I'm not being confrontational. I'm really curious as to why you do the things that you do and why do you think that you're all the way up here and everybody else is all the way down here. Now what's really weird is when I like book a reading, because I don't like to book the readings too often. That's why I have people behind the desk to book the readings, not because I am better than them. It's because I really don't want to know about the readings. But anyway, when I tell them the prices of the readings, then they say, well, how much does your reading cost? I said, they're the same. Everybody gets paid the same. There's nobody better than anybody else. Because Kaylee is just as good as me, if not better, in certain circumstances. In certain circumstances, that's true. So, and then
We just all read different ways.
right, I am better than you in certain circumstances. So, I'm not.
We're just good for different people.
So I also, the other thing, I'm sorry to interrupt. I just don't perceive myself as a boss. When people call me bosses, I hate that. I am a coworker. So I don't like that whole. I'm higher than you. So that's one of the reasons I'm not going to say I'm world renowned, even though I did readings around the world. I'm not world renowned. Okay, I don't plan on. I don't really think that. What does that mean anyway? That you did readings around the world? Because to me,
I think that does mean like you've done readings around the
but
world.
what
So
it
like you're
means is
known around
world
the world.
renowned is that you're highly respected and known all around the world. Like you're this big shot. And honestly, the person that's claiming that to me, I do not think is a big shot. Didn't claim it to me, by the way. Claims it to the universe, claims it to the world. Am I playing footsies with you? Oh, you got those freak
You're
giant.
scuffing my
Well, you're
shoes over
9 feet
here.
tall, for God's sakes. I mean,
Yeah.
like seriously, right now. So I really scamming psychics. The first clue that this person would be a scamming psychic, if you go to a psychic, is they say, "What are you, a meteorologist?" Is that what we're doing on the podcast right now? Are we talking about scamming psychics and how to have people avoid it, or are we doing?
I'm showing you how scamming psychics work, right? So you just show the obvious, you know?
Oh, you're predicting it's going to rain.
Yes.
I see.
That's correct. No, look, it's raining harder.
The first thing that
They read your body language. So they'll ask you questions. Number one, they'll ask you questions. So what did you come here today?
why do you
What
read my
brought you here?
mind? I was right on that.
What
So
brought you here today?
I'm just
Oh,
gonna
well,
shut
my
up.
husband broke up with, or
My husband broke up with me.
my boyfriend broke up with me, and I don't know what to do. Moving forward.
We'll get a new boyfriend. No, seriously.
And then they'll just bounce off of your body language. They'll read the way that your fingers they'll read your body language rather than reading spirit. It's the total
So
difference.
what I have picked up is exactly what you just said. Is they'll say, "What would you like me to focus on today? Is there anything you want me to concentrate on?" I'm like, "What?" So people that come in to interview with me, I tell them, "Oh, by the way, you're not allowed to ask me questions. I'm not allowed to ask you questions. I'm going to set 15 minutes on the timer, and then you're going to tell me all about my life, okay?" They're like, "Whoa, wait, I don't know how to read like that." I'm like, "Well, you told me you're psychic, so you can read like that, right?" They're like, "No, no." I'm like, "Then what do you do?" She goes, "Well, I ask them questions." I'm like, "But you're a freaking psychic. You're supposed to know." And well, I never saw him again. The only people that were able to survive that is Kaylee, is Esther, is Jessica. Jessica is in a class of her own because she was highly intuitive before she even worked for us. But we've known her for a very long time. You know Jessica?
Yeah, she's
Little
great.
midget Jessica? Yeah. So, yeah, oh,
I do.
I text her once in a while.
I do.
And she said she's going to come by, and she never does. She's playing with her spiders. Hello, Jessica. I'm sure you're going to see this because I want to tag you in it. So that is a red flag. When they start to do that, the best thing that you can tell them is, "No, I have no questions, and I don't have anything for you to concentrate on. Just tell me what you feel." And they typically won't know what to do. They'll profile you regarding your looks. So, for instance, me, that I am a stocky dude, they'll say, and most people will know me around here. Not saying that I'm like great or anything, but a lot of people know me. They're going to say, "I see you being a powerful energy. I see you being successful." Successful? I'll show you my bank account. Success does not mean money, by the way. It means happiness, love, that kind of stuff like that. But they do that they'll profile you. Has anybody ever read you to the fact they really didn't know you and told you very personal information
Has anybody read me and told me personal information?
that they couldn't possibly know?
Just you and Jess. That's it.
Okay, Why is that?
Because I've never gotten read by anybody else. That's the truth, though. I never have gone to any other readers.
That's a good point, because I mean, I've gone to a few, and people
I
that
haven't.
like, I guess what I'm trying to say, the people that come here to interview.
Oh, what I mainly get is, I mean, right, so like today, right? So she did great for her first time. I thought she did great for her first time, right? So she's bringing up like words and stuff like that. But one thing I do get a lot of when people, read me and they see who I am on the outside, right? So they look at me and they're like, all I get down on the piece of paper is love and light and love and light. And it's like, you have no idea. You
You
have
don't know
no
Kaylee very well.
idea.
No, Kaylee is love and light now.
Yeah, but yeah. And I'm not, for anybody else who comes in here, but like, I mean, honestly though, like, yeah, I mean, you're reading somebody, this stuff that you're not just seeing out from the outside, it's like sitting in front of somebody and telling them something that, you may, they're hiding. They don't want anybody to see.
That's what I want.
And they're bringing that to the surface so that they can move forward from it, you know?
When I'm interviewing somebody, and by the way, we are looking for a reader. If you want to be a reader here, call 772-678-6170. And do me a favor with this video. If you can hit the subscribe button on the YouTube channel, that would be amazing. Kaylee is available about 1 hour every other day. No, what is your hours that are availability? Do you even know anymore?
On Mondays, from 2 to 5. On Wednesdays, from 1 to 5.
It's
and
like-
on
like
Thursdays, from 12 to 5.
Right, yeah, okay. Can you, so if you see Wendy pass by, wave her in, because I want her to be on the podcast.
Wendy!
Wendy! Okay, so,
You must have known she was going to pass.
so
There
this
she
is
is.
Wendy. This is Wendy, everybody. Now, come on
Yeah?
in. Come on in,
Wait.
Wendy. You stand right over here. So, Wendy, tell us what it's like. Okay, you don't need to be posing and stuff. You don't need to be on your knees. Okay, so, the camera's over there, Wendy. So, tell us what it's like to work in a metaphysical store, and how many strange people have you came across?
Oh my God, I have a customer over there right now, but I was just remembering what a great store I work in, and how lucky I am that I get to play
All right,
with the
stop
rocks all
kissing ass,
day.
please.
I'm not kissing your ass. I'm gonna beat your ass.
No, so wait.
But
No, I'm talking about the strange people.
like pretty much everybody that comes in the store.
Oh, okay.
It's a
just
weirdo.
making-
But to their own devices, I don't know. I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus.
I'm not saying names or anything like that. I was just saying, do you find it entertaining?
Oh my God, yeah. And sometimes very scary.
But
I
you
had
just-
a lady come in yesterday and she was screaming about, I can't even remember now, taking something off the internet, and I don't even remember what she was yelling about now.
Psychic?
What do you mean taking something off the internet?
Big psychic.
No, she came over to the other shop.
So Wendy smokes a lot of pot.
I do, and I need to smoke some pot right now.
Right?
Well, are we being honest?
For 80,000 people are going to see this, by the way. So that's
Be
great.
like, yes,
Okay.
420.
So we'll be in just a couple minutes. I'm not paying the extra, but I mean we'll be in. Well, I think you might owe us some. We overpaid you anyway, so
Yeah, I don't know what was going on there.
yeah, that was my fault.
Was it?
It was. I admitted it. It was
No, it's my
Jenny.
favorite place to be, the weirdos and everything.
Yeah, you're a good soul.
Funnest part of my job.
She fixed my cross today, because without my cross, I'm lost. All right, yeah, go get a Diet Coke. I know, I found a Diet Coke on the shelf outside. Yeah, all right, get the hell out.
Is that it?
And I'm sorry, you're in a big rush, I know, because there's a lull in the rain. Any last words you want to talk about scamming psychics or experiences that you have to deal with or you did deal with?
No, just don't go to them.
They don't know.
Take something from this video.
Yeah.
Whatever it might be, just take something from it. Okay, if they ask questions, just get a refund.
Yeah, and you know what's the funny thing is that we have I used to get this a lot more than get it now, but we used to have people call us and say, "Do you do one free question?" I'm like, "Will you come and clean my toilet?" And they said, "Well, why would I come clean your toilet?" And I said, "Why would I give you a free question?" That's what they used to do. I don't know if they ever did that with you, but
Definitely get people that come in the store and they're just like,
what's around me?
how much, how much, it's like, I don't know, like people are just, yeah, what's around me? I get that question so much. Or like I'll walk outside the store and there'll be like some guy sitting there and they'll be like, can you read my mind? I'm just like, shut the fuck up.
Did you hear her?
Sorry.
Did you hear? A young child is talking that way. This is what our society has turned into now.
Is that not valid though?
It's valid.
Somebody's gonna ask me a stupid question like that.
Well, they wouldn't ask a short little fat bald dude, but they would ask a pretty tall blonde chick, "Can you read my mind?"
No, I don't actually say that though to them. I go, and then I walk away, which I think it explains itself.
Wow. She have a chip on her shoulder, doesn't she? All right, I guess that's what we're gonna do. We're done. Yes, we understand that, Kaylee. We do. Kaylee's like, she goes through cycles like this, and
I have a headache.
oh, okay. When did that come?
No idea.
You didn't have a headache before, did you?
No, not when we first started, but now I have one.
You have a headache now?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, maybe it's because you're touching those crystals. Special. Here's the little yellow bus pulling up for you right now.
It's my turn to leave. The
Say
little
goodbye to everybody, Kaylee.
go.
See ya.
My bus is here.
Goodbye.